Okay, let's try this again. Oh, Lila, cool. Point it in a safe direction and pull the trigger when it's loaded. That's cool if you got your first AK. That's really cool. It's letting me do super chat goals, which is really good because I haven't been able to do that in a long time. Okay. Smooshy Beans. Hey, welcome to the channel, man. I have cats and dogs around here somewhere too. Everybody, don't forget to like and subscribe if you are not. If you aren't subscribed and you haven't liked the video, please do that. That helps it grow in the algorithm and all kinds of good stuff. Smooshy Beans. If I knew any hot NFL cheerleaders, I probably wouldn't have a YouTube channel with in my gun armory basement with an empty can of Rippets and a gun wall. Thank you, Smooshy Beans. Lila, I do have members only stuff, but most of my members only stuff, honestly, that really just, it's more for when I do giveaways, the members only stuff. It'll do that. I do share with some of my members. I share with them like my my physical address, not just my mailing address, which is a PO box. I share my home address. So if you want to send something to my home address, you can, because there's some items that you can't send to a PO box. I also give people like my video game account. So if you want to connect with me on PlayStation or Switch or Steam or Epic or anything like that, I share that information. And then there's certain content that YouTube will immediately flag. And if they do that, I'll usually set that to members only. Yeah, but welcome everybody. It's a wonderful Saturday. Range days end in Y, because why not? So one of the things I wanted to talk to everybody about is we got some new giveaways, some new gun giveaways that are going to happen. So we have in February we have Guns N' Roses. So for those of you that are unfamiliar, one of the patrons of the channel, Buddy, and some folks that you've seen in some of my content on Instagram, they get tagged every once in a while. Some of my folks, one of the gun ranges that I shoot at, they've been kind enough to supply us with a firearm. So we're going to be giving away in February, so probably close to the beginning of February, we're going to be giving away an AR-15, full AR-15. We're going to be giving away a $100 gift card to 1-800-FLOWERS. So Guns N' Roses, we're going to be, my cat is over here in a box. Guns N' Roses is going to be in February. And then of course, the 25,000 subscriber giveaway we're going to be giving away a Panzer Arms semi-auto Benelli clone. So please make sure that if you are not subscribed and you're seeing this for the first time, you need to be subscribed. If you like, you know, deep thoughts content, if you like some of the videos, that deep thoughts format that I've been doing, those of you that have been subscribers for a long time, you've seen the video where I kind of look up and I post a, you know, do a song and post some kind of some fun content. But yeah, so that's been doing really well. And then you guys got to see me go to that range recently in one of my videos to do a tactical training video where it was just a drill. I was very proud of myself. I haven't done a drill like that in a really long time. That was a lot of fun. Got to meet some people, got to meet folks that are building that rifle. That rifle isn't even for sale yet. I went there with, you guys know that I partner with Battleforge Foundation. I'm part of their board of directors. You know, I still don't use my name on my YouTube, but if you do your research, you can find my name at this point. It's out there. I have enough following and I have enough people that I have associated with that it's not hard to find my name. So you could probably find my name if you wanted to. Sorry, my screen is still a little small. Let me do that. What gun would you recommend for CCW? So that's Lila. Lila is new, I think, to the channel. At least new to visiting one of the live streams. She said that she just got an AK-47, so that's really cool. Lila, I am a big fan of whatever. So I have the guns that I own. Like you can see them here up on the wall. I carry a couple different things. I can actually carry my 1911. I've already tried it. I don't have a holster for it, but I put it into one of my holsters for my other guns, for one of my Glock guns, and it actually fits pretty snug, pretty well in there, so it wouldn't be hard. So if you want to be so bold as to conceal carry a 1911, especially during winter months when you might wear thicker clothes or baggy clothes. Yeah, if you are in California, we will try to set you up with something. Kind of the same thing that I said about, we actually have quite a few people that follow us and that are subscribers from the UK and from Ireland and Thailand of all places. If you're in California, we will try to get you set up with something there in California. So, yeah, it needs to be California compliant AR. It won't be a Glock variant if you win something. But thank you again. Hey, can I get someone to write us a post, a banner post? And as you saw, I'm now able to redo goals again. YouTube has lifted that restriction. I still have a strike on the channel, but they are allowing me, because I think I'm within 30 days of my strike coming off, so they're letting me do goals again. So we've set the goal. I always set the goal at $1, so anybody that wants to donate can donate. But once we hit 50, we do need to start talking about what like categories for the next item to go on the wall, because we got to keep adding to the wall so that we can create more content, so that we can do things, so that I can make jokes, and so that you guys can see what you're helping grow here on the channel. Utah's ex-boyfriend from Thailand from that first deployment. No, I was actually thinking Terra Tactical. She subscribes to the channel. Bet you guys didn't know that, but yeah, Terra Tactical. You know the lady. She's got like 3 million followers on Instagram. Yeah, she likes the channel. She actually likes talking to me because she likes that I bring my daughters on here every once in a while. She thinks it's cool. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate that, bud. Chris is going to be our banner message. Pin message pinned. So I like the wall. What I don't like is that you can't see everything. The camera angle, I'm gonna have to figure out. I'm probably gonna have to get a different camera here in the near future. Yeah. Terra's pretty base. But you can't see one of the X shots over here on this side. But I do like it. I mean, it looks prettier than what I had up here before, where I just had everything kind of laid out on the ground. I need to figure out what to do with this space. I actually have a spare TV. I was thinking about putting the TV up right here, just leaning it against the wall, plugging it in, and then running a cable to it, and then having another display for my laptop, and having it have the QR code, or having it just have the emblem or the thing for the channel. The logo for the channel. Just have a big copy of the logo down there, so it'll say below average Utah Dad with Snecky. Is this way behind? It is way behind. Come on. Okay. What's up, sis?
I'm gonna send you a video.
Okay, you do that.
Can you watch it?
Yes. I have been asked to watch a video real quick. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Okay. One vote, but I like the old janky setup where Nerf guns fall off the wall. Yeah, it was fun when stuff fell off the wall. Okay, Moist Beans. About to order one of Paul Wick's recommended PCCs. I went to Second Amendment Foundation, GRPC. Great state. Cool, Smooshy Beans. Thank you. Why does YouTube treat us like this? Don J. Sorry, I just seen your message, Don J. I'm catching up now. Moist Beans wants me to get an X-Tar. I kind of like the idea of getting another PCC, but I really want to get something that's either roller or radial delayed. So that means like a Strybog, an SP9A3, or like a Banshee. But I don't know if I want to get a CMMG Banshee because I already have an AR in 9mm, and a Banshee would just be another 9mm AR. Dust cover. I have 3 daggers, bud. Glock mags are cheaper. Glock mags are cheaper than Taurus. Dude, Dust, you're talking to Moist. Yeah, Moist, if you're looking at getting a PCC, oh man, for $450 a PCC. Give me a second. I mean, you could build one. If you wanted to build your own AR9 like I did, you could do that for about $450. I know an AP5 would be pretty awesome, but an AP5 I think we'd be up above the $1,000 mark, and that would take a little while. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I think it's funny because, like, remember, for those of you that have been part of the channel for a while, you guys know that I've talked about how, oh yeah, buy cheap guns or whatever. And I'm looking at my wall and I'm like, I actually have some kind of, like, nothing crazy expensive, but I actually have some pretty nice guns up here on the wall. I mean, my 2 Colts, I mean, those are $1,000 guns. The 4570 is a $1,000 gun. The 6.5 Creedmoor at this point is like a $1,500 gun. The Mossberg, the 930, it's not quite a $1,000 gun, because I got a good deal on it, you guys know. But I mean, it's not a cheap gun. It's probably a $750 gun. So if you don't have a Delton AR, I'm not impressed. That's fine, Candy. That's fine. Yeah, a 9mm AR is a pretty good deal. Now they do make they do make ARs with mod kits so that you can insert Glock mags into a full size AR. You just have to have the different upper. So that's always an option. I need to get some magwell flares for all 4 of my pistols. I've decided. Okay, so for PCC, if I want to stick with like a good roller delay system, you know, there's a part of me that's thought, you know, I could get a PS90, which would be really cool. Get a PS90, because I don't have a 5.7 yet, and 5.7 is my favorite round. But that would be really expensive. Let's see. Like I said, a Strybog would get me into the roller delayed world, and it wouldn't cost. It would be about $800 to do something like that. Did I just lose everybody? No, it's just okay. We're here. Okay, I don't know why my other stuff is being weird. Okay. Yeah, I've heard that buying 5.7 is 5.7 ammo. It's getting better, but it's still pretty expensive. So yeah, it's definitely something that I would be willing to look into. Dude, come on. Stupid thing. So I don't know, but let's see. You guys need to send me some ideas. You guys know how to message me. Message me on Instagram, message me on YouTube, message me on X. All of those things. All the things and stuff. Send me messages. What is... Okay. Maybe I don't know what an X-Tar is. I thought that I knew what an X-Tar is. Yeah, that's just blowback. That's regular blowback. I don't want regular blowback. I already have regular blowback. That's regular blowback right there. I want to do... Yeah, I get that, Moist. Yeah, that's I kind of am feeling I'm feeling 5.7. I also wouldn't be opposed to getting a like a 45 or a 10 mil PCC. So I mean, there's some options out there, but I know a lot of you guys have said a PCC, but a lot of you guys have said get like another. Obviously, the 1911 is a World War II gun. This one isn't from that era. This one's like 2003, I think. But you guys have also said like I need a good. I should have a bolt action for the wall, or I should have like an old World War II like a mini 4. I know a mini 14 isn't exactly a World War II gun. It's more like a Vietnam era, South Korea era, but like a Garand or or something along those lines. So I've been told a World War II era gun. I've been told I'm gonna have to rearrange my wall when I get another gun because I'm gonna have to figure out how to fit everything. I like this wall. The brackets that I have though aren't the best brackets. They're all really funky shaped. They're definitely not brackets for guns. They're brackets for other tools. Yeah, moist. That's kind of where I am with the AP5. Yeah. Smoothie beans. That's a good idea too. So yeah. So there's definitely some ideas. Um, it'll be Seuss. Your name is showing up as Moist Beans now. Do you want it to be Moist Beans or Seuss? What's up? What's up, coordinator? Yep, I have the kitty with me. Um, Wait, Salt Lake City coordinator. I know who that's Evil, isn't it? Evil, is that you? I'm gonna sound like a jackass if I'm wrong. What? Yeah, I've heard that the EP9 has a pretty good recoil system. Um, but if you're worried about recoil, dude, you should seriously look into something with roller or radial delay. Um, it's going to cost a little more, so you have to save a little more. But if you're looking at a PCC, if you're looking at like a 9 mil, um, it's probably worth looking into roller and radial delay. Oh dear, Candy, dear Candy Cane. Um. So, anyways, what was one of the things? Oh, did you guys see the video? Did you guys see the video? The guy that shot the bear. The guy that shot the bear in his basement. He did a video. He did a follow up video. I'm sure it was not long after he shot the bear, but I saw it recently, and he talks about um, what he used and how he did how he shot the bear and what he was using. So, oh, the jackal is. I saw it, Chris. I entered. I also entered, um, but I also did not win. You got a mountain of cash and government connections. I have some government connections. I don't have a mountain of cash. I have a mountain of debt. I have I have a mountain of debt. But anyways, yeah, the dude that shot the bear in his basement. So it is. He was at his cabin. I think he lives in. If I remember right, I think he's in Wyoming. He's in Wyoming or Colorado. And anyways, they said the bear. He said the bear got in by. They had a window that they left open just a little bit because he doesn't have AC. So during the summer they leave it open, and it was able to get its claws in there and popped the window up, went in through the screen, and this was on like a balcony, so it climbed the side of the house because he has like a log cabin style house. Climbed the side of the house, got into this balcony, popped open the window, went in. So he shot it with 55 grain Hornady match. 55. He shot a black bear with 55 grain Hornady match grade from a suppressed 11.5 inch barrel AR. I don't remember. It wasn't a Daniel Defense. I don't remember what the brand was on the AR. I don't think that matters. I think what mattered more was it was suppressed. That's part of why it was quiet. So he had hearing protection on, but also, hey, what's going on, Simba? Um, so it was suppressed, 55 grain match. It was not. It was not subsonic. It was supersonic ammo. But he said he had a single fragment um, of one of the rounds popped out and scratched his floor. But he put 7 rounds into that bear. So he made it. He talked about it. It was pretty. It was pretty funny. He laughed about the fact he's like, so I know there's a bunch of fuds out there right now that are just going crazy because, obviously, like, he was very, very close to the bear. He's like, if you shoot it enough, you can drop a bear with a 5.56, and he had 55 grains. Now, I personally am a fan of. Let me see. I should be okay with this. So in mine, I actually don't run 5.56 most of the time, because my AR is chambered in. It has a 223 Wild barrel, which means that it doesn't mean that it uses 223 Wild. Most of you should know that, but it's designed to get a good balance between both 5.56 and 223. It's not as good as shooting 5.56 in a 5.56 barrel. It's not as good as shooting 223 in a 223 barrel. It's just a good balance between the two. So, that being said, I have 77 grain 223s. And some of these have they've got a slight indentation on the end. So I find that 77 grain 223s, that they're a good balance of a lightweight round for home defense, but they've got enough weight in there that if you needed to, say, go up against something with body armor or thicker muscle mass, thicker clothing, things like that. It's actually one of the downsides to some of the ammo that I carry in my EDC. Like you guys have seen. No, those are just regular jacketed hollow points. You guys have seen the funky fancy ammo that I carry. It's super lightweight and super fast, but during the winter it's not as effective against thicker clothing because you get 2 or 3 layers of clothing. You know, like me, I have on this undershirt, I have this shirt on. I usually go out and I've got some kind of jacket like this. You start getting 2 or 3 layers on you, depending on how thick they are. I mean, you know, I've got a couple. Part of the reason I like jackets like this is because you get a couple of extra layers in pockets. And again, that doesn't sound like much, but when you have a couple of extra layers on you, okay, if you're not going to wear a freaking full Kevlar rig, or if you're not going to carry plates on your person, having 2 or 3 or 4 layers of thicker clothes makes a big difference in how well. Sorry, there's so much blood soaked into his floorboards. Maybe not. I mean, if it was stained wood, it was probably fine. Yeah. But that's what I mean is like you get a couple of different layers in there, and if you have somebody who's using a lighter weight ammo like mine, nope. I have a lot of my winter ammo in my spare mags right now. I'm hoping. See, I've got all heavy ammo in my mags right now, in my spare mags. There we go. So if you have one of these really light rounds, something like that, like the Novak stuff, during the summer, this stuff is great. I mean, it creates great cavitation. It's great for really fast, really light, hard-hitting ammo, but it doesn't have the mass that you probably want for thicker layers, for multiple layers. Because layers make a difference when it comes to no. So there's actually Tim Kennedy was actually in an interview. It's not a recent interview, but he was on the Sean Ryan show, and he was talking about his EDC. So he carries at the time he was talking about carrying a SIG P365. Not just a standard. It wasn't the XL. It was a different version of the P365. And he mentions a specific type of ammo that is designed. It's a plus P rated ammo that's got a solid core, but it's designed to tumble. So it's like a solid core with a polymer tip. and it's designed to do well against armor and Kevlar. But then when it hits soft tissue, it's designed to tumble and kind of circle back on itself. Don't ask me how. I'm not. I know enough about ballistics to understand, like, if I saw the math. Hey, thanks. And practical, yeah. And so I would have to see like the math and the ballistics behind it, but I could probably figure it out pretty well. Um, but again, when you have, that's all Kevlar is. Kevlar is carbon fiber. You know, it's really tightly woven carbon fiber that isn't solid. It's the carbon fiber, the individual carbon fibers that have been woven together in layers. And that's why large, fat rounds, you know, rifle rounds punch through it pretty well. But big old fat rounds, heavier rounds, they hit that and it just creates enough friction that it still hurts. You're going to feel it, but it stops it. So the same concept can be applied to layers of clothing. If you have, I guarantee if you have enough layers of clothing, that's why, you know, people talk about, you know, some people carry a Bible in one of their jacket pockets right over their heart or whatever. Like, you know, you hear about bullets getting stopped by Bibles and by, you know, pendants and things like that. Bullets do weird shit. And so it can make a difference in how you do it. And wintertime is a great time for that. If you've got one of these woodland jackets, these are great. These have a bunch of layers inside them, and that's by design. If those of you that didn't know that, like old military clothing, they're woven with layers in them to act as kind of a small arms and shrapnel spalling catch. Candy cane, I think so. That sounds right. I've heard similar stories. I've heard that somebody had that happen in Chicago where I was on my mission. I've heard a couple things like that. Oh, guess what I got because Christmas? Peppermint Twist Smirnoff. So we have a whole new bottle of something to do toasts with. I'm sure that won't get, you know, it smells good. I'm sure that won't get old, but we do have another bottle that we can do toasts with, and so that was nice. Somebody gave that to me for Christmas, not because it's great, but because they know that I do the toasts, and so I think they were, they were kind of fucking around with me. Where's the cold weather cap? I live in Utah, so I don't wear a cold weather cap here in Utah because it's not cold here. If I was in Alaska, I would still have a cold weather top. The other thing I was thinking about is I need to figure out how I'm going to do my patches now, because my patches don't go up there, and I need to get I'm thinking I need to get like an LED strip to go around the outside. And I'm actually really impressed with how well this wall is holding up, because I only found, you know, when I was installing it, I was only able to put in of the 18 screws that are holding it all together. I think I have maybe 5 or 6 that are in 2x4s. So yeah, I know. I need to just say Beyond Raging Bullets. Thank you, Beyond. I feel like it's been a long time since I've done a live stream, but I think it's only been about a week. Faith, yeah, it's up there. It's up there pretty well. I mean, I've got it strategically mounted in enough spots. And it came with really good screws, so. Beyond. So my wife found this one on Amazon. I think it was only like maybe $130. So I mean that's not bad for $130, and I think that the hanger kit was like 15. So again, it's not expensive. You guys know I don't do a lot of. Foxtrotter's licking paint again. What's he doing that for? Why is Foxtrotter licking paint? What's it called? Let me check real quick. Look through our freaking like finding something you ordered on Amazon during Christmas time is such a pain in the dick. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's 100 and it was 170 for this kit. That's still not bad though. So it was this one. Neat IEs. Yeah, so not a bad deal. Sorry, I'm just hearing that my niece. I realized you guys couldn't find that. Yeah, I think if I remember, I think my wife got. She knows that I like black, so I think that's why she went with a black wall as opposed to a gray wall. Um, it also may have been the black may have been on sale when she got it. So I know that that's the one. It doesn't show me what she paid. It just shows what it costs right now. It says 170. I'm pretty sure she said she got it for less than that though. No, I mean, I think Hold Up Display. I think they have a really good product. Um, I think Hold Up Display has a really good product. Yeah, I'll drop the link. Give me a second here. Hold on. Oh, there is a coupon to get $20 off. I'm having trouble getting the. Okay, it should have worked. Now it's not letting me do a link. I don't know what's going on. Okay, that was really weird. I don't know why it was doing that. Um, yeah, that's why. Oh, somebody did it. Freaking donation. Thank you, whoever that was. I'm sorry. Thanks, Practical. Thanks, Practical. Appreciate that, bud. Okay. Well, I mean, you guys know that, like, on my AR-15, I have, like, I mean, you can see it's been beat to shit from when I take it out and I go shoot it. I have a really cheap laser, um, laser flashlight combo that literally, like, I think it was like $30, and the link for it is on my profile page. I'll see if I can get the link. That whole time I was trying to get the link to show up and post, and it wasn't posting. So I don't know what's going on there. I will try and get a good link that you guys can click on to the wall if you guys want that. Well, it's just like the video I made about Vortex. Everybody was telling me, like, you know, when they saw some of my cheap scopes and my, you know, red anodized stuff, and they're like, oh, that cheap Chinese crap, you need to go get some, like, you could even buy a Vortex for this. And I'm like, I get the Vortex for the shotgun. That's the Vortex Spark Solar. So it's like a $360 optic. I got it for less than that. And as I'm installing it, I notice on the box and on the label, it says made in China. I'm like, why did I go out of my way to try to find, like, a product that had a name associated with it that everybody said, like, oh, for a cheap American brand, you know, this is really good stuff and it's a lot better than any of that crap that you put on there. And it's still made in China. Like, seriously, guys. It's like I'm seriously considering for this pistol. I'm seriously looking at putting the optic that I have on my other pistol, my black one. I'm going to put the Hollow Sun on here, and CV Life and O-Sight, which are both cheap Amazon knockoff Chinese companies. They both have a fully enclosed solar emitter optic with multi-reticle, with shake wake, with auto shutdown in both red and green. Like, you can choose between red and green all in one thing for like $160. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get one of those. You guys know I'm gonna get for the AR-15. I'm gonna get that funky knockoff Trigicon optic. I'm gonna get that Saturn optic. It goes on sale for $200 every once in a while. It's normally a $450 optic. I'm gonna get it when the next time it goes on sale for $200. I've already told my wife, like, there's an optic that I want that it goes on sale every once in a while. When it does, I'm buying it. I'm buying it because I want to put it on my AR. I think it'll look cool on the AR because it's all futuristic, spaceship looking. That's why it's called the Saturn. And no, it doesn't have, it's not tritium etched, but it has fiber optics. It does ambient light. And it's supposed to be pretty good. So I don't know that I would trust a Chinese car yet. Don't know that I would I know enough about Chinese vehicles that are supposed to be clones of American vehicles and other vehicles that they do put good money into, namely the J20. J20's no slouch, don't get me wrong, without going into details, but I would not want to be in a J20 if I was going up against F-35s or F-22s. So given that level of money and cloning that they put into vehicles that matter, I don't know that I would go out of my way to buy a Chinese SUV. Like that would be a little bit of a harder sale for me. I know the Hilux, the Toyota Hilux coming out soon, that'll be sick. That'll be fun. I've driven a lot of Toyota Hiluxes, so that'll be really cool. What's going on, Simba? Simba, you can buy a laser light scope combo for an AR for $50. Yeah. What did you said something about 1911. About the 1911. I'll have to scroll back up to read. Oh, I've got my phone. I have a phone. I can scroll that way. Me. Because these 1911s are better than Glock. Don't at me. Oh, because double stack 1911s are better than Glock. Yes. Um, I've looked at. Thank you, Mr. Chili. I actually the whole joke behind this is we thought it would look ridiculous. The company that sent this to me. So this is the only thing that I've ever been sent by a company when it comes to firearms stuff. Even though it's not really a firearm, it's just a flare launcher. Um, I did an unboxing video, and YouTube, that's where I got my strike on my channel. YouTube said I was trying to sell a prohibited explosives device. And I was like, it's a flare launcher. And they said, nope, it's a grenade launcher. And I said, no, it looks like one, but it's a flare launcher. Here's all the information. So what they did was they settled on, instead of canceling, because they'd canceled they'd shut down my channel. So I sat and I had to argue with them for like 6 hours one day on phone calls and on chat. And I sent them all kinds of documentation, and they restored my channel with a single strike, but they would not take away the strike. They said, you still tried to sell a prohibited launcher. We acknowledge that it is not because it doesn't require a background check, we'll acknowledge that it is not as dangerous a violation, but it is a violation. Like they were hell bent on getting me shut down for that. So the company that sent that to me, I explained to them, because I'm supposed to do a video. I was like, I'm gonna wait until my strike is off the channel before I take out the flares and go do like a review of it. And they were very understanding. So I haven't done a video shooting that thing yet. I haven't shot it. Practical, yes. Double stack 1911 and 45 ACP. I want to do that. I'm assuming you're talking about Tactical Toolbox's video on his Patreon, I think it is, or whatever his subscription service. They were shitting. YouTube was shitting all over him because he had some links to free videos that weren't on their platform, and they said that violated their terms of service unless he put it behind a paywall. So he had to put it behind a paywall. Tactical Toolbox has a video on how to convert an existing 45 ACP 1911 to a double stack 1911. But he also has another video that goes over the overall cost. Like, I think Rock Island Armory actually has a double stack 1911 and 45 that is right around $800 to $1,000 doll hairs, and like if you don't have all the tools to get everything done, it's actually for a double stack. If you want to get into the double stack world, go get the Rock Island Armory and then just swap out the trigger kit. Like, I've heard a lot of people do something like that. Like, the trigger kit is really important, and then maybe a little bit on the spring kit. But if you loosen up the tolerances a little bit, if you have the tools to do that, which you should, if you've got some basic like screwdrivers and stuff, you should be able to loosen up the tolerances and put on a different trigger kit, and really that should be solid. Oh, Practical, did you do a series on your double stacks? Are yours 45s or are they 9mm? So, no, Mr. Chill, dude, I fight YouTube. That's why I kind of went to live streams with the guns, and my content, I don't have as much shooting content or gun content that I used to have. I had some really big hits on my channel. My channel was growing. They did that huge algorithm change in July, and now anytime I post anything with guns, it just dies, like before it even goes out the door. And so I've just been, until I get to 25 to 50,000 subscribers, I'm going to be really hesitant with doing a lot of gun content on YouTube. I want to make YouTube be an alternative source of income. I would love for that to happen. I've grown a lot in the last year. My YouTube channel's really only been, in January of this year, I had a couple of videos before that. I had like maybe 20 videos before that, but nothing huge. In January of this year, I started really building the channel, and I had maybe 150 subscribers, and now I have 11,000 more than that. So my channel has grown a lot in a year. I've grown at about 1,000 new subscribers a month, is what it's averaged out to. And so I'm trying to continue to keep that pace up. I'm trying to continue to grow and put out content that people like. But it's hard. If I'm not doing live streams, my best growth was when I had videos that were going out basically every hour. And I was just I know that people probably felt like I was trolling them, because it was like every hour for a month. There was one month where I recorded a bunch of content and I edited it. Like, I took a break for like a week before with posting every day, except for my YouTube or my push-up video. And then I had a bunch of content built out, and I scheduled it to upload every hour. And it was for like a week straight that I had a video going out every hour. And some of it was repetitive content, some of it wasn't. It all had a little bit of a different twist to it. That's why I started doing the deep thoughts videos. That seemed to have, I typically get between 900 and like 5,000 views on that, which is really good for me right now. And on top of those, almost 4 nights a week, I was doing live streams, and I was getting between 50 and 400 people in my live streams. And so I was growing at a really great rate. I was growing it easily, a couple hundred every week. The only reason I'm here is because I saw someone post that you were live on the 2A Lovers Discord. Came here to support you and just subscribe. Well, thank you, Mr. Chill. I didn't even know that I was listed on a 2A Lovers Discord. Which Discord am I listed on? That's not even one I think I'm in. I don't know. I'm on Brothers with Blickies. I'm actually on the Pepperbox Discord, but I can't promote in the Pepperbox Discord. You have to get permission to promote in the Pepperbox Discord. I actually think if I asked them, they'd let me build up a thing in there. But I don't have a Pepperbox channel. I need to ask about getting a Pepperbox channel. Because I might start publishing on Pepperbox as well. Which Discord channel is it? What's it called? That's crazy. I wonder if they've got a macro set up so that if I go live, it notifies the Discord. I'm glad you found me too, Smooshy Beans. Anytime I find a new person who's really, I have a Rumble account, but it's set up under my actual, like my Christian name, and so I don't do anything with Rumble, and I have quite a few followers on my other Rumble account. Because I did have a video that Rumble bought from me. They bought all of the rights to it. And this was like 10 or 15 years ago. It was a video of one of my kids. And it kind of sort of did okay. It didn't do super great. They bought it because they thought it was going to do really well. And it didn't do as well as they'd hoped. But it did okay. And I've tried to get them to let me change it, and so far they haven't reached back out to let me change the name of the channel. If I could change the name of the channel, I would be on it in a heartbeat. That's crazy, Practical. Kenrod. Huh. That's crazy. Yeah, I had no idea. I mean, it's cool. I mean, I have 11,000 subscribers, so I'm not super surprised by that, but it is interesting that somebody else is promoting me, which is fun. It feels good to know that I've made enough of an impact on people that they like that. That's too funny. I wonder how many Discords exist out there that I mean, I have a Discord, but I don't really do anything with it anymore. It's kind of become the Wild West. I let my son and a couple of my a couple of my subscribers that still use it. They kind of run it, and there were like 100 people in it at one point, but then I can't remember. Somebody got invited to it. It was kind of a weirdo, and they started posting really weird shit in there, and then a bunch of my subscribers left. So.
Dad, it's been a while since I've been able to say this, but there's a raid boss that I can solo with for Quiza again.
That's awesome. Who?
Zekrom.
Oh, that's less awesome.
I mean, Zekrom's pretty cool.
He's cool. I mean,
He's used for kills.
it's like saying you can beat up a kindergartner.
Zekrom's a main legendary. It's like saying you can beat up a 4th grader.
Okay, it's like saying you can beat up a 4th grader. Yeah.
The 4th grader has potential.
The 4th grader has potential to be
and that
an average person.
The potential is that he uses with a 3rd grader to become
A
better Pokemon? I don't know.
A 9th grader?
I don't know. A 4th grader fuses with a rich person to become a 4th grader with money.
Yeah, something like that. Well, that's cute. That's very good. I'm very happy for you.
Well, I couldn't have been Reshiram, and Reshiram's way less cool than Zekrom.
That's fair. That's fair. Zekrom has lightning.
Zekrom is lightning. He's
So, hey Lila, welcome back. Sorry, we're talking about Pokemon. Yeah, so Sig has a 2011 style pistol called the PT-211. It actually, I've looked at it. It actually seems pretty cool. Seems pretty solid. It uses Sig P320 mags or 365 mags. I can't remember. So there's that. If you already have those mags, it's pretty solid. I actually think it's cool that the Platypus exists because it uses Glock mags. But what I would like is a double stack 1911 and 45 that uses Glock mags, and that doesn't exist. I don't think she likes that.
I think
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that she does not want you to touch her like that.
I think she wants to say hi to life.
I think she told you to F off, which is why she's walking away.
Cookie. I think I'm gonna take a nap.
Okay. Is Andy not coming over anymore?
She still is. She just doesn't know when she's getting back from the cabin.
Is she with her dad or her mom this weekend?
Her mom. So it could literally be whenever.
Yeah.
At this point.
Okay. Yeah, I heard Staccato now does Glock mags, but I don't think Staccato is a 45. I think it's still a 9mm. I don't think they have a 45 Glock. What's my favorite Pokemon? I'm basic. My favorite Pokemon is Mewtwo. I like Mewtwo. I like the Psychic Murder Pokemon. My second favorite is probably Shuckle. Yeah. Mewtwo, Shuckle, and who would be my third? I don't know. It depends. So, like, I like them for different reasons. I don't use any of them in any of the games that I play. I just like them. Johnny Blue likes the original 151. Yeah, there's like 1,000 now. Oh, that's actually a good subject. Some of you saw my video, and I talked about how 1 billion lions beats one of every Pokemon. And there were a lot of people that commented on that. They did not like it. Oh, you like Palossand, Mr. Chill. You like Palossand. Yeah, they did not like that I said 1 billion lions defeats one of every Pokemon. That might have to be a live stream one day. Like a scheduled live stream where we talk about how 1 billion lions definitely beats one of every Pokemon. Actually, I'm more than happy to have that conversation now if anybody wants to do it. I just don't know that that it's gonna generate in the algorithm. Um, Actually, the more you guys talk about it, if you guys chat in the algorithm, the better it is to draw in more people. If we're talking about Pokemon, Unknown was my favorite of all time. My son really likes Unknown. 9 mil is pretty strong against any Pokemon. I don't think. See, that's okay. So this is where things get tricky with the 1 billion lions versus 1,000 Pokemon. Are we going? I haven't seen Warfare yet. I'll have to check it out. So over this weekend, we went on Christmas Eve. We went and saw Avatar, which was good. It wasn't bad. For whatever reason, James Cameron either subtly made. It's not even that subtle if he did it on purpose. It's a Christian movie. Or he accidentally made a Christian movie. So the verdict's still out on that one. I don't know. But thank you, Ty. What's going on, bud? Ty is a fellow Syracusean here in Syracuse. Let's see. I watched 3 of the Rambo movies recently with my son. We watched Lone Survivor. We watched Die Hard. We didn't watch Die Hard 2. We watched the rest, or the second 4 episodes of Stranger Things season 5. It's all right. It started when they talked about more of the science stuff. That's when I started getting excited. Practical. I think Pokemon are just animals that have mutated through like evolution in whatever world they live in. The Arctic Convoy was pretty interesting. I'm not following that one. Oh, is that a movie? Or is that from Warfare? What's my favorite horror movie? Probably a little bit of that. Is that why they evolve? Yeah. Unpopular opinion, PSR is just hop in a mask. Maybe, yeah. What's my favorite horror movie? I don't know, probably Event Horizon. It's super creepy, but it's not like... It's pretty creepy. I don't know that is my favorite horror movie. I don't know that I have a favorite horror movie. I'm not a huge... I like the Alien movies. That's more like science fiction horror. Probably the Alien franchise. Event Horizon is definitely a really, really, really creepy movie. I've only watched it a few times because I remember it creeped me out. Dust Cover's officially gay. Yes, we knew that, Dust Cover. We knew that. Hey, Candy Cane, he's just embracing his inner pole smoker. Dude, Dust, I get it. Every once in a while, maybe you get the urge to eat a Snickers upside down. I get it. It's fine. I still love you, bud. Still love you. Yeah, I've done airsoft. I don't play as much airsoft because, like, I have real guns. And I just dry fire with my real guns. Is there only one person watching right now? I see only one person watching. I wonder if I said something or did something and it killed the algorithm. Maybe the video stream died? I don't know. That's really weird. It literally says there's one person watching right now. I hate YouTube sometimes. I really hate YouTube sometimes. But anyways, Hey Bradley, what's going on? Twin Jen, hey, hello. Now it says there's like 7 people watching. That's cool. So, yeah, we watched a bunch of movies. Anyhow, Pokemon versus Lions. Thank you. Oh, thanks, Twin Jen. I'm glad that you found us over here on YouTube. Yeah, I'm on Instagram, Facebook, X. X, I get a little bit spicier. I'm not as I'm not politically correct on here, and I'm way worse on X. I'm borderline mean on X. Yeah, Dust, yeah. Thank you, Twin Jen. It's I have a love-hate relationship with it. It's a cool gun, but it is not like it is and it isn't fun to shoot. It'll drive nails. It's really accurate. But because it's the Golden Boy, it has that brass butt plate and it does not hold back at all. Hey Aaron, what's going on? So yeah, it's been a good week. Obviously there's some things that I would have preferred, like I didn't have to do. Like my anniversary's next month. My wife and I we had some big plans to go do some really cool things for our anniversary. Instead, we bought my dog a new ACL. So there's that. Sorry, I need to rinse this out. And a lot of the gifts that like this wall, this was bought all way before Ash broke his, shattered his ACL or whatever it was. So yeah, I think they actually make like a leather. They make like a leather bandolier type thing that you can get for it. So it's got a leather pad on it. It's a pretty decent leather pad with a little bit of a rubber thing in it too. What's up, Yoko? Thank you. So I might get that. That way I can hold a couple of extra rounds on it, and yeah. Hold on just a second, guys. I needed to get a drink of water. My throat was getting dry. Dude, civilian, I'm sorry. I didn't know that your son was in the... Yeah, my niece who's like 2 or 3, I just got a text message from my wife's family. She's going to the ER in Arizona. She's got some infection in her neck that they have to go in and they're gonna have to clean it out and everything. It sucks. I hate hearing about stories like that, like people that have to have things, because I guess it's one thing when it's like an emergency, like my niece, your sister-in-law, your son, where it's like it's just an unknown thing. Like that sucks. Like it really it hits so sudden, and you know that it's going to get taken care of, and you know you have faith that everything that the doctors are going to do well and everything like that. It sucks to have that happen, but I think about the people that know they're sick, going into the holidays. Like that has got to be, man. That has got to be just like horrific, because you know you don't want to bring it up, you don't want to hurt people's feelings or get the sympathy or empathy or the pity thing, and you don't want people to worry about you. I mean, it's like all my kids after my dog hurt his leg, you know, they were like, oh, don't buy me presents, don't do this, don't do that. And I was like, you guys, we're gonna do presents. We already have presents that are bought and paid for. We already have things like mom and dad have some money set aside for emergencies. Like we have some credit cards that are always empty that we always pay off. Like we can handle this, but it sucks, because it's just like, especially this time of year, because it's not something that people want to have to think about during this time of year. They want to spend their time with family. They want to have fun. They want to give, and it just is. It sucks seeing that happen. Even to people that are, you know, bad, quote unquote. When you hear about things like that, it just is. It's awful to see people go through stuff this time of year. It hurts. It hurts to see people do that. So. Johnny, that's funny. No, my yeah, people, but at the same time, like even people that don't have as much, like that's one of the things that I love about Christmas time and this time of year, and frankly, just humans in general. Humans are a lot more generous and a lot kinder than some people would have you believe. I'm not hurting month to month. You know, I know that there are people that struggle month to month. But I'm also not so independently wealthy that I can just do whatever I want when I want. You know, I still have to plan around things. I can't just be like, hey honey, let's go to Thailand for our 20th anniversary next month. I don't have the money to do that. You know, California, yeah, you know, a week in California I can do. Hawaii, maybe. But like I can't take her on a dream trip to Palau. I can't take her to Europe for a week. I have to plan that. I have to budget that. And I know that there are people that have to budget things that are less important than a trip. But what I find amazing is people's generosity around this time of year, but just in general, when they see something or see someone that they like, that they support. I mean, you guys are a prime example. How many of you guys have donated money on this channel or on Cash App or Venmo or whatever to Below Average Utah Dad because you wanted to see me get this or this or this or this, because you were like, you know what, let's help that dude out. And it's like, I can afford to do things. I wouldn't have been able to afford to do all of them in 1 year. It would have taken me a couple years. But it just amazes me how generous people really are when they genuinely support an idea or an ideology or someone, or a concept that they think will help promote things that they believe in. That's what I think is amazing. Coco, get out of there. Come lay down. Come lay down. Lie down. Gilly dog got a haircut. She's still growing it out. Come here. Hey, come here. Twin Gen wants the 37mm launcher. Yeah, I mean maybe that's something that in a future giveaway, maybe that's something that I can order one and have it shipped to you. I can work with them and have them ship one out to somebody. That would actually be kind of a fun giveaway. Oh, political! I am down. I am very excited for when you're done with the triggers and stuff. So, okay, go upstairs. Go on. Go upstairs. Go lay down. Go on. Go upstairs. Go lie down. Yeah, I'm super excited for when you oh, what's going on, Beryl? That's an actual poodle. That's not a labradoodle. My other dog is a labradoodle, but this is an American Standard. That's a real poodle. I'm a real boy. What's up, Rock Talk? Rock Talk. Have you been on the channel before, or were you on something else that I commented on recently? And it's completely different, bulletproof, barrel proof. It's completely different. It's a completely different animal. It's like comparing a Glock 9mm to a Taurus 9mm. It's totally different guns. It's standard procedure. Oh yeah, guys. Political civilian and practical civilian are one and the same people. It's just he has two different channels for the different types of content that he puts out. Yes, I do own a labradoodle. I grew up with labs, and my wife wanted something that was more hypoallergenic, so we got a labradoodle. Unfortunately, we got a labradoodle that was not an expensive one, so he has all of the hair and characteristics of a lab, except he grows fur like a poodle, so he has lots more of it. So it's actually worse than just a lab. Candy Cane, I think he was making a joke, dude. I caught the vibe, and so did he. It's okay. Candy Cane is very protective of me, and I love him for that. He's a good guy. He's a fellow vet. Like he means well. He's just very, very protective of his autistic Air Force brother, and that's fine. Political. I love it, dude. Universal FRT drop coming in soon. Everybody go check out Political Civilian and Practical Civilian, especially if you want to see video of his. He's got a really sweet 308 Jackal build, and he's got a couple videos. He's got a series on that, and he's working on this FRT that I'm very excited for, because I said frankly I don't want to pay what an FRT costs, so the fact that he has offered to send one to me once he's done developing it, I'm excited for that. And I'll probably throw it into one of my PSA daggers because they're inexpensive, and if one of them has an issue, it'll be okay. Thank you, Beryl. Well, welcome to the channel, man. I'm glad to see you here. I'm glad to see that you found us. Oh. Okay. Skip to line. Yeah. Oh yeah. So I have a Colt Anaconda that the channel and all of you wonderful wonderful subscribers, they helped me buy it. In fact, I can do a review because we have a few new people in here. The Colt Anaconda the Colt 1911, the Mossberg, and the lever, the 4570. Those were all paid for by YouTube and you guys. Some of it is from donations. Some of it is from ad revenue. I am trying to grow the channel so that I don't need as many donations. I'll obviously accept them if you choose to do that. But yeah, that's how we paid for a lot of these guns. You guys helped. YouTube helped. I like when YouTube pays for it because they hate guns, and the fact that I make revenue off of something that they absolutely hate just tickles my pickle like nobody's business. Barrel, I'm very excited. I think it's cool that Glock is finally going to build a PSA dagger saber style. I think it's great that they've caught on to one of their knockoff competitors building a better product, and so now they're going to start doing the same, building a better product. But yeah, Moist, you could also just buy a PSA saber dagger, and it'll cost less than the Gen 6 Glock, and it'll probably shoot better too. Nice political, nice. No, dude, I'm excited. You know, you've been a long time supporter of the channel. I try to support and send people your way. So you know, I'm super excited that's going to happen. I've seen a lot of what you've grown and done. So Johnny Blue's going to trade in his Gen 5 19 for Gen 6. I mean, that's not bad. I would probably do that. But Candy cane, $20 is $20. Mr. Chill, you should check out the Saber series of daggers. You bought a macaroni kit for G3C Toro, and it didn't fit, so I got to send it back. Even though it says it works with the Toro version, losing $80 for shipping to restock it has... Dude, that sucks. Wish I saw the EP9 before I got the MCK kit. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't have any I don't have any AR pistols in 5.56. I have an AR pistol short barrel rifle in 9mm. I have a PCC. That's the other thing, guys. I could do another AR. I could do a 300 blackout. I could do a short barrel 300 blackout. Because I don't have a 300 blackout yet. I've also thought about doing like a. See, I like the Chris Vector. I like the Chris Vector. I like the P90. I like the Strybog. I would like the Scorpion more if it was roller delayed. I don't like that it's blowback. I've shot one. I think that they're smooth. Don't get me wrong. But there is, if you've ever shot an MP5 or an AP5 or some kind of MP5 clone, dude, it's roller delayed in 9mm is so nice. And the HK 416, I think it is. No, it's not the HK 416. It's HK. They have another AR style rifle that's a roller delayed AR-15, and that thing is smooth as butter. See, I want to get. I actually really, before I built this gun, the 9mm AR, I actually wanted to get an SP9A3. They had one at a Sportsman's Warehouse, and it was on sale for like $700. But at the time, I was able to build this for under $5, so that's why I went with this. Nice barrel. My Mossberg's right here. There's also, guys, there's at the pawn shop that I got my 1911. They have a 940. They have a 940 right now over there. It's older, but it is a 940. And freaking, it's like $700. That's a pretty good deal on a 940. A 940 is like a $1,200 gun. Yeah, if I was gonna get a pistol in 22, honestly, as hard as they are to find right now, I would do the Taurus. I would do the TX22. The TX22 um, it's got such good reviews, and the FRTs for it are so cheap. Like, you can get cheap suppressors for it. They're just fun little pistols. No, my Labradoodle, the one that just had surgery on its leg, dude. I'm like, he's got so much money into him. I'm not gonna sell him. I'm not gonna get that return on investment on that. Couldn't do that. Our poodle, on the other hand, she is intact. I could probably sell her for like $800. Yeah, yeah. I've heard good things. Like, I only have one true 22. My Sears Marlin Model 60. Um, I should look up the serial number on this. I got it from my dad, so maybe it's supposed to be. Yeah, it's old enough. It says cereal is not a Ruger manufactured Marlin, and I'm yeah. It it's a it's this Marlin isn't manufactured by Ruger. It's manufactured by Sears, and I can't look it up anymore. But yeah, I think I've got some options. I'm excited to see what we do next with the channel. Once the strike is off and I can start doing more gun content again, I'll definitely start. I'll definitely start doing more of that, and I'll try to start doing more live streams again. So, hey, it's John's live. He's alive. But uh, guys, we're at 90 minutes. I think I'm gonna call it a night. I know my wife's gonna be home from her outing here in about 30 minutes. So thank you guys. Thanks new subscribers, everybody that's new. Thank you for tuning in and coming to us and joining us. Please feel free to check out the rest of the content that we have here on the channel. We've got we got some fun stuff. I make fun of a lot of things. I don't take things too seriously. I'm a safe person with my firearms, but I'm also like, if you treat firearms as though they're hand grenades, you're promoting the problem, not fixing it. So please go out, have fun, be safe, stay zesty, stay sexy. Always carry a firearm every day. Always carry the round in the chamber, and yeah, definitely check out my other content. Check me out on my other social medias: X, Instagram, Facebook, and all of that jazz. Love you guys. Stay tuned. We'll have some more content coming out later today. Some more shorts and our push-up video. Boo, look at the gun wall. It's so pretty. Mmm.